Stop everything because what just happened inside the Harris family home is being called both the sweetest and the most talked about celebrity baby moment of the year. Just a short while ago, 8-year-old Heiress Harris, daughter of Tiny and T.I., was caught on camera in a touching moment with her baby nephew, King Jr. At first, it looked like a simple, cute scene. Heiress was trying to help the baby crawl, encouraging him with a shaky voice full of love, saying, "Come on, King, you can do it, crawl to Auntie." But things quickly took a serious turn in the now viral video. Baby King Jr. struggles to move forward, his face tightens. His tiny arms shake, and something about the scene feels heavier than just a family video. Fans started asking questions. Why was no adult nearby? Why did Heiress start crying near the end? And what about that voice in the background, quietly saying, "If you don't move soon, she's going to blame herself"? That one sentence hit hard and left people wondering what was really happening. What should have been a sweet moment between a little girl and her nephew has now sparked a huge debate. People are talking about parenting choices. How much pressure is too much for a child, and where the line is between innocent fun and pushing kids too far. And behind the scenes, there are whispers of private messages, emotional breakdowns, and even tension between family members. This was supposed to be a heartwarming memory. Instead, it has turned into something much bigger, and everyone is watching closely to see what comes next. This was not just a sweet auntie moment, it was a moment that could define the future of the entire Harris family. To the outside world, Heiress Harris is just a bright, lovable little girl with a beautiful smile and a voice as strong as her mother, Tiny's. But behind that cheerful personality is a child growing up in a world full of pressure, attention, and constant expectations. At only 8 years old, Heiress has suddenly become the face of a viral moment, one that fans find heartwarming, confusing, and even troubling. To understand why Heiress broke down while trying to help baby King Jr. crawl, you need to understand the pressure building up behind the scenes. The Harris family is more than famous, they are hip-hop royalty. T.I. calls himself the King of the South. Tiny has made her mark in music. Their son, King Harris, has gone viral with his wild personality and rap career. Heiress became known for going viral just by singing nursery rhymes. And now comes baby King Jr., the newest addition to the legacy. But every new child brings more expectations, more cameras, more moments meant to be perfect for the public. And lately, all of that pressure has started falling on little Heiress' shoulders. One former nanny even told a gossip site that the family treats Heiress like a little PR tool. So when King Jr. was born, everyone assumed Heiress would step into the role of the perfect on-camera aunt. Then came the unexpected twist. King Jr. is nearly a year old and, according to insiders, still not crawling. That alone is not a cause for alarm. Babies develop at different speeds. But in a family that thrives on filmed milestones and public image, it became a concern. One family friend reportedly said, "T.I. started asking questions. He's used to his kids being ahead of the curve." That is when Heiress got pulled into the spotlight. According to leaked texts, Tiny allegedly suggested filming King Jr. crawling to Heiress. "It'll melt the internet," she supposedly wrote to a cousin. What seemed like encouragement turned out to be a planned production. There were lights set up in the nursery, phones recording from 2 angles. Even background music was pre-chosen. It was not just anti-time, it was a full setup. And Heiress had been preparing for 2 days. A source close to the family said she was told, "If he crawls to you, the world will fall in love with you." But when the baby did not crawl, things quickly fell apart. At first, Heiress smiled and clapped, cheering on her nephew. But as the minutes passed and King Jr. did not move, her voice began to crack. Her hands trembled. In the last moments of the video, she started to cry. One TikTok user shared a theory that hit home. She was told this would make her a star. When it did not happen, she thought she failed. That comment got over 75,000 likes. What shocked people even more was the voice heard faintly in the background. Someone whispered, "If you don't move soon, she'll blame herself." Fans now believe that voice may have been Tiny's. A hot mic might have picked it up. And suddenly, the tone of the video changed completely. What looked like a touching family moment now felt like a performance, a child carrying the weight of a family's image. This is no longer just a story about a baby trying to crawl. It is about how a child's innocence was caught up in a world of content, control, and public pressure. And then, things got even more intense. The next morning, the internet was obsessed with the video, but fans had no idea what happened, just minutes after it ended. Another video surfaced briefly on a mystery TikTok account. In this one, you could hear Aries crying in the background, while two adults argued loudly off camera. One woman, believed to be tiny, snapped, "I told you not to pressure her. She's just a baby herself." Another voice, likely a male relative, responded, "We needed something. You know how this works. A good family moment goes viral, we need that right now." Fans were stunned. Was this whole thing planned just to save the Harris brand? Or they using their kids for content? And then just like that the second video vanished. Deleted. No replays. But screenshots lived on. Later that night, a Twitter user posted what they claimed were leaked screenshots from the family group chat. In them, Snow Niken's Aries half-sister defended the clip, saying, "It was sweet. She cried because she cares. Everyone needs to chill." But a message that looked like it came from King Harris told a different story. "Y'all put a camera on her before she even understood what was going on." This story is no longer just about a baby crawling. It is about childhood, pressure, and what happens when fame starts weighing on the smallest shoulders. And for the Harris family, the fallout is just beginning. She even had breakfast that morning, and now people are angry because she broke down. That was the first clear sign something was cracking inside the Harris family image. King Harris said it best in a now viral message. "Stop trying to make her the brand. She's not ready. She's 8. And then came the most chilling part of a LAN audio leak. A voice message, said to be from a former nanny, was sent anonymously to Celeb T Unlock. The woman in the recording claimed she had seen everything with her own eyes. "They love Aries, no doubt," she said, "but they treat her like a tiny performer." She described how Aries was told what to say in videos even before she brushed her teeth. "Say this. Giggle here. Now kiss King Jr." And when it was not perfect, she had to do it again. Twice. That sweet little girl fans adored on Instagram. She was not just playing with her nephew, she was performing. And when the video did not go viral as hoped, she felt like she had failed. The internet responded fast, harshly. The same video that was once praised as the cutest moment of the year suddenly sparked outrage. One user wrote, "This is emotional child labor in real time." Another said, "Please take the phone away from this family. That girl needs a break." Then, for the first time, King Jr.'s mother spoke out. Lyric S, a lesser-known influencer, posted a raw message on her Instagram story. "I love Aries. She's sweet to my son, but some moments should stay private. That video should have never gone out." She added, "King Jr. will crawl when he's ready. He's not a storyline. He's my baby." Her words spread fast, screenshotted and shared across Twitter, Reddit, and every major blog. The real shock. It became clear Lyric never approved the video in the first place. What was once heartwarming now felt like a legal mess waiting to happen, and then came the fight. According to insiders, T.I. and his son King had a heated argument the same night the video went viral. King reportedly stormed into the studio and shouted at his father, "You made us all into characters for your brand. I'm done watching. You do it to Aries." Eyewitnesses said T.I. snapped back, "Don't talk to me like I'm one of your followers. This family's legacy depends on staying relevant." A staff member had to pull Aries out of the hallway because she was crying. She had overheard the yelling and thought it was all her fault. That was when the backlash hit T.I. hard. Tiny tried to downplay everything during an Instagram live session. When a fan asked about the clip, she replied, "People always have something to say. My daughter loves her nephew." That's all it was. But fans were not buying it. They called it deflection. Gaslighting, one commenter wrote. "You are her mother. Protect her before you promote her." Soon, the hashtag #FreeAERYS was trending all over social media. A family once seen as parenting goals was now being accused of turning their daughter into a social media mascot. Just when the Harris family thought things could not get worse, a former publicist stepped in. And what they shared set everything on fire. An anonymous tip to the Shade District claimed that a former member of the Harris PR team spoke off the record to several media outlets. A leaked voice note followed. The person, whose NDA had just expired, said everything about Aries and King Jr. had been carefully planned. "We had weekly content days," they said. Aries had target singing, hugs, laughs, moments with siblings all staged. It got darker. The former team member admitted that sometimes Aries did not want to perform, but the instructions were always the same. "Just roll. She'll warm up. If she cries, we'll edit it and post the best version." Anyway, fans were stunned. This was no longer about it was about a child being used to create content. no matter how she felt. Then came the final blow, a contract. A screenshot surfaced showing a document labeled, Internal Family Brand Doc 2023 to 2025. It included detailed expectations for content. One section read, Aries deliverables, 1x singing or voice content weekly, 1x family moment, monthly high emotion clip, milestone, laugh, or tears allowed. That line hit hard. Tears allowed. Social media exploded. How do you schedule a child's emotions? One user wrote, she broke down in that crawling video because she thought she failed the job. She thought she missed her quota. The Harris family quickly denied everything. A rep released a statement, there is no such contract. Aries creates from love, not pressure. But the damage was already done. Even Hollywood started weighing in. On Red Table Talk Live, Jada Pinkett Smith said, I saw a child on the edge of a breakdown, trying to please everyone but herself. Parents must ask, are you raising stars or raising emotionally healthy children? Gabrielle Union reposted the video with the caption, this right here. Now, even networks are backing away. A top children's channel that was reportedly developing an Aries-themed cartoon quietly removed her from their project. One insider confirmed, we are rethinking our partnership. The Harris family tried to share a cute moment, but what they sparked instead was a national conversation about pressure, about parenting, and about how much a child should have to carry just to keep her family trending. I love Aries. That was the message. But after everything that unfolded, even that love could not stop the fallout. Legal teams stepped in, and now major companies are backing away. One insider confirmed that all child-led influencer projects have been paused, some permanently. Even Amazon Kids Originals quietly removed a teaser trailer featuring Aries and King Jr. from its AD lineup. This was no longer just online drama. It had become a full-blown PR disaster, and then came a shocking move from Zonique, Aries' older half-sister. Usually calm and quiet, she suddenly deactivated her Instagram without warning. But not before leaving behind one final story post. Y'all don't know what we've lived through. Everyone wants to parent from the sidelines, but nobody sees the pressure we all grew up under. Fans had mixed reactions. Some showed support, saying Zonique was right. Many agreed that T.I. was a strict father and that all the Harris kids had grown up in front of cameras since they were in diapers, but others were critical. So you knew Aries was being pushed too hard and you stayed silent. One user wrote, public opinion turned fast and hard. Polls from celebrity news blogs showed that 72% of readers now believe Aries is being emotionally overexposed and manipulated. 61% said King Jr.'s mother, Lyric S., should think about taking full legal guardianship. 44% of people admitted they had unfollowed at least one member of the Harris family after watching the crawling clip. Then things got even messier. In a now-deleted Reddit AMA, someone claiming to be a former Harris family content editor dropped more bombshells. They said that even the real moments were carefully planned, like scenes from a movie. Every sneeze, cry, and hug followed a blueprint. And Aries was always the centerpiece. But the moment that truly shook people came from someone who had lived through something similar. Raven Simone posted an emotional video titled Dear Aries, speaking from the heart. In the video, she said, they'll say it's love, that the cameras don't change you. But one day, you'll wake up and realize you don't even know which parts of you were real, and which were just for views. I'm rooting for you, Aries. Break the cycle. Her words hit deep. Comments flooded in. This gave me chills. We needed this voice. Aries is the new Raven. It's all happening again. Now, with so many watching, legal trouble could be on the horizon. Sources close to Lyric S., the mother of King Jr., say she is exploring her options. What started as a family video has grown into something much bigger, raising real questions about parenting, privacy, and how far is too far when children are involved. Now, King Jr.'s mother says she is seriously thinking about setting legal limits to protect her son from being used in family content. A lawyer familiar with the case told T-Watchdog that she could easily file a legal order to stop the family from posting her child online, and she would probably win. A clear line is being drawn, and the Harris empire is starting to split apart, and right in the middle of all this chaos, an 8-year-old girl, Aries, who still cannot understand how showing love to her baby nephew turned into a global media storm. When the video of Aries trying to help King Jr. crawl first came out, the internet loved it. People called it adorable and uplifting. But just days later, it became one of the most controversial child celebrity moments we have seen in years. And now, the world is divided. Advocacy groups are stepping in. National child protection organizations, like Kids First Rights and No Cameras, No Consent, have released official statements calling out the Harris family. One comment from Kids First Rights read, "The recent viral video involving Heiress Harris raises deep concerns about emotional pressure and the use of children for family branding. We are formally asking Georgia's Child and Family Services to review this situation." No Cameras, No Consent added, "Children deserve to grow, cry, and fail without being filmed." Turning a child's emotional moment into content for the internet crosses a dangerous line. Fans were shocked. This was no longer just about cancel culture. It had become about real accountability and child rights. Even celebrities began to take sides. Team Chrissy Rock. In a surprising twist, Chrissy Rock went live on Instagram and stood up for Heiress. "Y'all acting like she's grown. She's just a little girl helping her baby nephew. I know what family pressure feels like, let her breathe." Team T.I. As expected, 50 Cent weighed in too. On Threads, he posted, "Let T.I. raise his kids how he wants. Ain't nobody perfect. Some of y'all mad because your kids ain't even talking yet," but fans clapped back hard. "This isn't parenting," one wrote. "It's a business built on a crying 8-year-old. Another added, 50's been wrong about parenting since Power Season 1. Team Heiress, actress and former child star Zendaya, finally broke her silence with a tweet that instantly went viral. "I saw myself in Heiress. A child trying to please everyone before she even figured out who she was." Her words moved thousands. Replies poured in. "This made me cry. Thank you for saying what needed to be said." From one child star to another, "Thank you." Corporate brands were not far behind. Companies began pulling back fast. Target quietly paused a back-to-school ad campaign that featured Heiress. Carter's, the baby clothing brand, removed a promotional video with King Jr., a toy brand partnership expected to launch this holiday season. Postponed indefinitely. PR experts say this is not cancel culture, is risk control. One top PR executive wrote anonymously on LinkedIn. "This situation is a perfect example of how quickly a wholesome moment can turn into a major brand problem. A crying child being used in marketing materials. That's an HR nightmare in 2025. Meanwhile, TikTok became a platform for healing. A new trend began spreading #MyAERYS where users shared their own stories of being pushed into the spotlight as kids. One young woman posted, tearfully, "I was 7 when my parents made me sing at every family gathering. If I cried, they told me I was embarrassing them. Watching Heiress beg her nephew to crawl broke something in me." Another said, "It wasn't the crawling, it was the pressure. The way her voice cracked when she said, 'Please,' that's what stayed with me." This is no longer about one video. It is about the childhoods shaped for cameras, the kids trying to be perfect, and the adults who forgot what innocence really looks like. Clips from the Heiress and King Jr. videos started spreading far beyond entertainment sites. Therapists, child psychologists, and even former child actors began analyzing the footage, and their response was unanimous. This was not just a one-time moment. It was a warning sign of something much deeper. Therapists raised the alarm. Therapist and media mental health expert Dr. Kiara Moon, known for her series Mental Health in the Media, posted a detailed reaction. She explained, "What we saw in the Heiress video was a textbook case of performance anxiety under pressure. She was made responsible for a baby's development, on camera, at just 8 years old." Her final words struck a nerve. "This is the kind of trauma that stays quiet for years. Until it shows up at 28, when someone is emotionally exhausted and does not even know why." The Internet Investigates the public was no longer just watching, they were investigating. Reddit forums, Twitter threads, and Facebook groups turned into digital detective zones. People began pulling up every past video of Heiress that had been shared by the Harris family. One Reddit post titled, "They've been grooming her for content since she was 3, included a breakdown of over 25 clips, some showing Heiress crying, getting corrected mid-sentence, or asking nervously, "Was that good?" Again and again, users pointed out that it was not confidence, it was a child trying to earn approval. And then silence. T.I. stopped posting. Tiny turned off her Instagram comments. Zonix's account remained deactivated. Heiress was seen once on a quiet Instagram story, holding King Jr. close. No caption, no music, just her eyes looking into the camera. unsure, and silent. The silence lasted just under 72 hours. And then, legal action. But this was not just another social media scandal. This was real, behind closed doors, in a Fulton County courthouse. A sealed lawsuit had been filed. While sealed does not mean public, that did not stop determined insiders from leaking the story. The leak that shook the internet court. Documents obtained by the neighborhood leak revealed it all. Lyric S., King Jr.'s mother, is officially suing T.I. and Tiny. She is accusing them of using her son's image without permission, causing emotional distress through public exposure, violating parental consent laws in Georgia. In her official statement, Lyric wrote, "My son is not a storyline. He is not a milestone prop for brand maintenance. I've been quiet for too long." This was no longer just about public backlash or internet opinions. This had become a legal fight over privacy, parenting, and the protection of children in a world obsessed with views and image. And it all started with a little girl trying to help her baby nephew crawl. And now Lyric is saying enough is enough. Her lawsuit does not just demand accountability, it also calls for a temporary restraining order to stop any filming, posting, or sharing of King Jr. in the future, unless she gives written permission. That means she's trying to shut down the entire family's content machine. And while that shocked many, it was not the most surprising part. The real bombshell, the betrayal no one saw coming. In the official court documents, a supporting witness statement was included, and it came from none other than King Harris, T.I.'s own son. Yes, King signed a sworn affidavit that read, "I love my family, but I've watched my sister be filmed through tears. I've watched my nephew become content before he even had teeth. I can't stay quiet anymore." Just like that, the Harris household began to unravel. Rumors of a custody battle lit up the internet. A source close to Lyric revealed that she is now exploring full custody of King Jr., with supervised visits only for T.I. and Tiny. She doesn't want revenge, the insider said. She wants peace, and she doesn't believe that peace is possible in that brand-driven environment. If the court sides with her, insiders say T.I. and Tiny could be legally banned from including King Jr. in any public-facing content, possibly all the way until he turns 18. One viral comment summed it up perfectly. "This isn't just about Aries, it's about breaking the cycle. And Lyric might actually win." Zonique comes back with a powerful message late last night. Zonique reactivated her Instagram, but she did not say much. Just one black and white Instagram story with no tags, no filters. Only one short message. "I love my sister. I love my nephew. I'm sorry for being quiet. I can't protect a system that doesn't protect them." In just 3 hours, that post had over 12 million views. Her message was loud and clear. Evan, the most loyal daughter, was walking away from the brand. And then the whispers began. Suddenly, a mysterious tweet showed up from a verified burner account believed to be connected to someone inside the Harris team. The post read, "There are years of deleted footage. If this goes to trial, the world's going to see what was really being captured on those cameras." What deleted footage? Insiders now say there are private videos of Aries filmed during emotional, vulnerable moments that were never shared publicly, but still exist. Moments where she cried, hesitated, or broke down. Possibly pushed too far while trying to perform for the family brand. The Harris image may have looked polished on the outside, but what those cameras may have captured behind the scenes could change everything. Those private clips, the ones that were never shared but secretly saved, could now become evidence in court. If subpoenaed, they may be used to show exactly what Aries was put through behind the scenes. Suddenly, this is no longer just a lawsuit, it's a ticking time bomb. And everyone knows the explosion is coming. All eyes are now locked on the upcoming court date. But behind the headlines, behind the sealed files and social media silence, one heartbreaking truth remains. Somewhere in all this chaos, an 8-year-old girl just wanted to help her baby nephew crawl, and instead, she may have crawled into a storm much bigger than anyone ever imagined. So now, we ask you, the viewers, the fans, the people who have followed this story from the beginning, was Aries truly just a sweet little auntie trying her best, or was she being pressured, shaped, and used by a system that values content more than care? Should Lyric S take full custody of King Jr. and put a stop to it all? Or is the Harris family being unfairly judged and misunderstood in a world quick to cancel? And the biggest question of all, if that deleted footage comes out, will it destroy everything the Harris family has built? Drop your raw, honest thoughts in the comments. Tell us what you really think. Should Aries stay off camera for good? Is King Jr. safe in this environment? Who is truly to blame, the parents, the platform, or the hunger for fame itself? We're reading every comment. The most viral takes will be featured in our next breakdown episode. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because the next twist might be just around the corner. Courtroom drama, leaked footage, and the collapse of a celebrity brand are coming faster than we can even report them. Like this post if you believe Aries deserves a break. Share it with someone who still thinks this is just family stuff. And remember, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning of a storm that could bring an entire empire crashing down.